All right, welcome back. We continue live right here, Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompeani with you at 412-575-2600. That is the number to call. Trying to queue up more tweets here. We have Buckaroo who says, Bob, did you see the shift on Polanco in the first? Harrison on first. Third baseman was 70 feet from third base, took 2 strikes on the outside plate. You got a bunt there. He's not George Brett. I blame Hurdle. Well, first of all, if you're going to try to nullify a shift, that's one way to do it, is to try to go where the player has vacated. And in this case, any kind of hitting to left field. Now, the pitcher obviously is going to try to pitch you inside so you take it to hit into the shift. But on that, I agree with you. I think there were opportunities there. A more disciplined hitter could have done that. I don't know about bunting, but bunting is a lost art. Guys don't even want to do it anymore, and managers, I don't think, force them to do it as much as they should. And maybe that's the way to, you know, if you're going to play shifts all the time, good. We'll just take what you give us, as they say in football. Let's go to line 1. Jeff in Chestnut Ridge. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Hey, I'm on a little delay here up on top of the mountain, but I thank you. I wish the flower the best. Big Papa Pump. Thank you.
All right, flower power. Thanks for the call. Let's go out to John, line 2. Hey, John, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, Bob, I'd just like to make a few comments. I know you was high on that Tampa Bay team.
Still am.
And you think that Winnipeg was going to win it against Vegas, and Vegas has proved it wrong.
Right.
They're in the finals now, and I think that Pittsburgh just lacked defense against Washington, and being Washington got to be at home this next coming game. I think Washington will take that game in 6-7. And then again about the Pirates, well, I know I commented about a month back or say about this Contos in the 7th inning, 8th inning guy, but he just ain't got it this year. That's all I got to say.
All right. You said a lot there, John. Okay. Thanks. But I have a feeling you're right about Washington. I think they're going to win the next game, setting up a winner-take-all Game 7. Hey, listen, there's no shame in losing to the Capitals. That's a pretty good hockey team. I think Alex Ovechkin has been terrific in this postseason. He has 11 goals. He's done a lot of good things. He was the one who pretty much came out and said, look, after they lost the first 2 games at home to Columbus, we're going to win this series and win the next 2 in Columbus, and they did. Backed it up. He's been physical. And quite frankly, Tampa is just that good. They've really played their 3 best games in a row here. I would say 2 in a row. The last one, I thought Washington the last couple of periods was the better team, but you know, you got to put the puck in the net. We'll see what happens, but whoever wins that series is going to have their hands full with Vegas. I liked Vegas, but I just didn't think they could stack up to Winnipeg. But Fleury has been the big difference. He won the battle against Connor Hellebuck big time. Let's go out to Pete in Squirrel Hill. What's up, Pete?
Hey, Bob, how are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
Hey, Bob, I was just thinking, the gentleman called in earlier talking about the Winnipeg organization and their fans, you know, what a class act. Mm-hmm. And that brought to my attention Stephen Piscotty, St. Louis Cardinals, signed to a 6-year deal, Bob, and they traded him to Oakland so he could be close to his mother, who died 2 weeks ago of leukemia. Pretty impressive, the Cardinal Baseball Club. What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I thought it was really a nice gesture. I also thought it was, you know, Piscotty hit his first home run after the death of his mother, and you could tell how emotional he was running the bases. Got to home plate, looked in the sky, and you could tell there were tears in his eyes. So, yeah, Cardinals are first class all the way as well. I don't think there's any doubt. And they're always right there at the end of the year talking about contending for a division. We got to, let's get Peter. Peter, line 1 before we go to break. Hey, Peter, how are you?
Very well. I really enjoy your program.
Thank you.
And I wanted to tell you what the problem is with the Pirates. It's simply Nick Leyva. You remember he was third base coach. They moved him to first base coach. He's pretty well acknowledged in baseball as one of the best instructors of base running and bunting, and that's what's happened. He's gone, and they've quit that wonderful bunting program Nick Leyva had them on.
All right, thanks for the call. We're up against a break. We'll take it and come back with more right here on Pittsburgh CW.